It's about 11 at night and I am so stressed. I'm so stressed. I've basically been trying to get in contact. I don't know where to look to make it look like my eyes are looking. This is awkward. I've been trying to get through to student finance for about a month. It will not pick up. And course starts in about 10 days and I still have no clue if I'm getting tuition loans or not. And tomorrow I basically have to I'm getting up early. Like, it opens at like 8, I think. I'm getting up at 8 o'clock and I'm gonna ring and just sit there all day if I have to. But I'm so stressed at this point because it's taking up so many of my active hours. So instead of, being a responsible adult and going to bed early, I'm watching the Metropolitan Library Cinema instead, and you have to deal with that. Props to the, I think, French Zaya president for saying they need to blame Amatsu Guy for, the arc. He's the only one that gets it. He's my new favourite character. I always get so creeped out when people say humour gear sales like they're not, people. Like, the whole point of the satellite is to increase sales of humour gear overseas, and you're like, what, shipping people overseas to work in other countries, people. I don't know, that's something I wish had been phased out, maybe? Like, maybe humans should not, and the fact that that's what it's for, that it's so that they can expand and sell living people for work purposes overseas. Like, at the very least, it should be spearheaded by humour gear. I'm sorry, but Adato has no business here. Jin thinks that Adato boarding the satellite is cool, and he thinks that they need to do something just as cool now. That's so sad. I'm watching Jin run through the garden with his flowers now, and it just reminds me of how, this film was advertised as Peter Rabbit, but we all ended up actually seeing Watership Down. There's a hippo in the garden. Why is there a hippo in the garden? Arkland is such a fun villain. I love him to bits. He's so, when he's talking to Harubi, he is so patronising, and he's so he's taken such delight in taking his son away from him that I love him to bits. But is that how copyright works? Harubi created Jin, but they revived him and messed with him a bit, so now he belongs to them. Is that how that works? If I pirated Kamen Rider and then I cut out all of the annoying bits, all of the annoying anti-humour gear, Adato bloody moments, is that mine now? Is that how that works? Because that's the precedent that I think you're setting. Also, is Harubi also running on Zyatech now? Because he has the Zaya earpieces too now. So is he does he also belong to Zaya now? What's going on there? I want the details. Arkland saying to Harubi and Jin that they were built to destroy humanity and there's no happy ending for them. I mean, in all fairness, we were warned. Harubi, I really don't want to argue with you. You have to know how painful it is for me to argue with you, Harubi, but I don't think that Naki being allowed time off work is a sign that humour gear finally being treated. Why? Why? I don't know what I did. But I'm so distraught. No, but Harubi, I don't think Naki being allowed time off work, which is a basic right, is proof that humour gear are finally being treated with respect. I think that's a bit of a leap to make. And Naki, even if there was actual proof that we're allowed to see that humour gear are being treated with respect, which, given that the only humour gear we really see from now on are you guys and Izu, I don't think that's true. But even if it was, it's not thanks to some sympathetic humans. It's thanks to the humour gear who fought for that in the first place. Do not go thanking humans for, like, letting you have time off work. That is a basic thing. Also, given that the other thing going on right now is creating a satellite so that humour gear could be sold overseas, I don't think that's a sign that they're being treated with respect either. Like, the fact that it's still being called, like, humour gear sales, and they're still selling, you know, people. You tend not to sell people if you respect them. I feel like that's a very basic thing that we should all know. You do not sell people. You can't sell people and then claim to respect them. If I am on my mobility... That's not a word. If I am on my mobility scooter and I get stuck on the road because some arsehole has parked the car in front of the only dip in the area, and I'm trapped there until he comes and moves the chuffing van, this is an experience, then I'm not going to be grateful for him moving his bloody white van outside the chippy in Sheffield. I'm going to be pissed off that he did it in the first place. I'm not going to then go home and the first thing I say is, oh, I managed to go to the football because of that really sympathetic abled person who blocked me way in the first place. I am so grateful to all the sympathetic straight people, all the sympathetic cis straight people out there that being gay is no longer illegal in the UK. We're so lucky. I'm so grateful to all the sympathetic men out there that I am legally allowed to vote in this day and age. Like, you get me point. That's not the way things work. Am I developing a lisp? What is going on? Knowing how this whole story ends, with all due respect, Toy, your opinion has been rejected. This is only supposed to be a quick video, actually. I get the feeling it's not gonna be. It is now midnight. I've somehow been doing this for an hour and I'm not even halfway through the film yet, so I am gonna be a responsible adult and go to bed and carry this on whenever student finance is sorted. Wish me luck.